And
I
Ruddock
love
on
it.
the floor, look. Ruddock on the floor.
Here we go. We're live.
Have
We're
some
live.
of
We're
that.
hearing it all.
Have some of that.
Who's that geezer in the back there? Listen, Captain, my captain, I've got your back. It's Friday. It's not casual Friday because it's Kevin Says, everyone. It's North London Derby weekend. One show down, another one to go. Here we go.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Please stand clear of the discussion doors. The next stop is Highbury Squad.
Let me just leave it up there a little bit longer. Kev, welcome back to the show.
Now I'm happy. Now I'm happy. Now I'm happy. Look at all those faces. Look. One on the floor there, Razor. On the floor. Look at all, and look behind the players. Look at all them faces. Look. Revenge is sweet.
Boom!
Revenge
Super
is
Kev's back in the
sweet.
house. We took care of Gary Stevens this morning.
He was good.
This
though.
afternoon.
He was
Oh
good.
my gosh!
He
What
was good.
can I just say, Kev? What a gentleman! What an absolute gentleman he
Top
is.
guy.
Absolutely brilliant.
Real
Top guy.
Real top guy. Real top guy.
Really good stuff, Kev.
Squaddies, we salute you and welcome you to part 2 of the North London Derby preview or review and at ease. Let's get into it.
Let's definitely get into it. Super Kev, it is the weekend of all weekends. It's the first of 2 London derbies. We know what the scoop is. You know what the scoop is. Mohammed knows what the scoop is.
I need 75%. By the way, guys, I need 75% likes today.
Should we just bring him out already? Should we just
Bring him
smash
out
it
already.
because
Bring
shall
him
we do
out
it?
already
I mean,
because, look, at the end of the day, right? Go on, Vinny! Hit it, son! Hit it! Nut it, chest it, lick it, kiss it, whatever you do. I want 75% of them likes. This is Derby weekend. Come on, guys.
come on, guys. If you're not going to listen to Super Kev, then I don't know what to say. All right, here we go. Kev has prepared a very specific Kevin Says for you tonight. It is all London Derby related. Lick it, Vinny. You've got them all nutting it, licking it.
Nut it, lick it, kiss
They've
it.
already nut it.
Smash it, Vinelli it.
Smash
Yeah,
it.
Vinny it. Yeah. Whatever
Vinny
suits you,
it.
just do it. Vinny it, just do it.
And look, he's getting excited. He hears your voice and he's like, Uncle Kevin.
Vinny
Kevin.
it, Vinny it. No,
Come
I won't be
on.
brucking your neck. There might be a couple in chat who I bruck up tonight. But
Let's do
Vinny,
it, Kev.
you're fine. Let's do it.
Yeah. All right, come on, you Gunners. Good evening, everyone. We're just going to get right to it. Here's question number 1, boys and girls. I hope you're ready. Kev's got some good ones lined up for you. And as always, I love it when he records these on Dickie Bow Thursday. Here we go.
Saluting you, squaddies. Kev Says he's back. Sophie, let's get straight to it. I'll deal with you. We'll speak to each other and everything. We'll sort all that out. Question number 1. What's your front three versus Spurs? Question 1.
Love this question. I love this question very much, Super Kev, because alarmingly, and we mentioned this in the first show today, I'm surprised that there are so many Gooners that have dropped a bat on their team, you know? And I get it and I don't get it, because I still think in big games you need your best players. Now, I did suggest that Saka should be rested, but you also know that he can make a difference. But at the same time, we're also putting so much pressure on him continually, right? So let me just go straight to the squaddies and see what they think, because some
Liz has got
fans
the North
want.
London derby nerves.
Yeah, she does. She does totally. They all do in a little bit of a way. Mark wants Arsenal to finish 75% of their chances on Sunday. How about 100% of their chances? What would the score be then?
No, you can't. Listen, you can't finish all of them, Mark. I get you. We'll take 75. So 100% record can't happen. But I'll take 75.
Yeah. It is a good question, Dubba Ducky. It really is. Because some fans want to drop Pepe.
Yeah.
And I've always said that Pepe, even though he might be crap for like 45 minutes, Kev, there could be that 1 minute where he does something and has done something, and we've seen him do that something along the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Here's the thing, so every single player who plays at the top end of the pitch, you could make a case to play and you could make a case to drop.
Yeah,
really?
Totally. Right, let's get stuck in. Gooner Greg, Oba, Laka, Saka.
Oba, Laka,
David.
Saka. Oba, Laka,
Laka,
Saka.
Saka, Pepe. As long as it's not Laka, Saka, Xhaka. Because we don't like
Oh,
that
God,
right,
no.
do we, much?
Oh, no, time out.
Suraj says Oba, Laka, Saka. Dubba Ducky, Oba, Pepe, Saka. I'm wondering, have you got them in order there? Oba on the left, Pepe in the middle, Saka on the right? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Demsek, good evening, Demsek, one of our regulars. Welcome back. Oba, Laka, Saka. Let's see. What? Martinelli. Ooh, Craig.
Nice.
Little
one.
twist.
A bit
That's not going to
different,
happen.
little twist.
That's not going to happen, is it, Kev?
That's not happening, but I believe Martinelli had a good game against Wimbledon.
Yes.
Which is nice. It's nice that when he gets his chance, he takes it and he makes a difference. That's what we want.
And prepared to come off the bench, maybe, Kev, and do something in this match. Pap says Oba, Saka, Smith. Whoa. Hola. Saka, Pepe, Oba, says Don. Taib says Saka, Laka, Daka. That's like that scene in Team America where the fake Tom Cruise is like trying to beat off the terrorists, and he's like, I'm going east on Laka Daka Daka Street, or whatever it's called. Okay, Rod says front three, Emil Smith Rowe, Martin. That's not
Stroke.
three, is it?
No, that's stroke, Martinelli.
okay.
So either one. Rod's playing.
Okay.
He's playing your game. So
He's playing.
tried to sneak an extra one on.
Liho, Lacazette, Aubameyang, Saka. Arnie says Saka, Martinelli, Laka. Taib is trying another one. Daka, Laka, Waka. I like it. Swedish Gooner, Oba, Laka, Saka. I tell you, my tongue's going to get twisted eventually.
Up in a bit, yeah, twisted.
Rago says Oba, Laka, Pepe. Oh, Pepe. Who's Pepe? You mean Pepe. Amazingly, I know. This is a problem. Is this a problem, Kev? I've seen this a lot on social media today. A calmness and a confidence. Is that wrong?
No, it's not wrong. But you know what? I think where we were and where we are now, and you know, it was only, people are saying it's only Norwich and it's only Burnley and it's only Wimbledon. Yeah, we get that. But the key is it's winning. Winning is important. Doesn't matter who you play, you've got to win. And if whoever they get out there, you get the W, you move on. And now, where Spurs were to where they are now, they ain't in a great place. And Sophie, they're coming to our patch.
They are. And we've got to be like, we've got to be Bulldogs.
Ruthless.
We've got to be Lions.
Ruthless.
We've got to bring out the Arsenal, literally. Kev.
Ruthless. I want to see, I'll tell you what I want to see. I want to see that back 5/6.
The wall.
Master the game. Master it. Physicality, strength, they get nothing. Last week against Chelsea, Spurs started pretty well, didn't they? They
did.
played, they pressed, they done pretty well, but Chelsea stood firm. Once you stand firm against them, you beat them.
Kev, Chelsea in the second half completely annihilated them. They let them believe, they let them play, and then Tuchel made some adjustments, and boom, second half they destroyed them, ripped them apart.
Destroyed them. Yeah.
Welcome
We've
back,
got to do the
Swedish
same.
Gooner. We do. Oberlaka Saka. Darren says Oberlaka Pepe. Rich, good evening. Hope all is well in Turkey, my friend. Oberlaka Saka. Double Ducky having a laugh with Taib saying, did we sign a new player with his Packers, Lackers and Dackers? Matty K says Ober Pepe. Seems like he's struggled there on the third, but he's going for Laka. Tammy. You can see it right here, Kev. You see a trend building here. Mohammed thinks it's a scorching hot question from you, Kev. Ober, Saka, whoa. Right wing, Pepe. Kev, I mentioned this. Lucy, who was watching the game for us in midweek at the EF, and obviously when you're playing Wimbledon, it's totally different. But Saka did play on that right side, and a lot of fans have said, that Pepe was really good towards the end of last season playing on the left. Is he going to do that in this game? Do you see him switching it up like that in this match?
I honestly feel that if the players want to change wings because they feel that they're going to get more joy, they're going to be allowed to do that. I think the system is what it is, but the players are interchangeable, so they can switch if they so choose. But I think most of the time they stay the way they are. But switching does or can unbalance the opposition because it's a different style of player who they're playing against. So, yeah, why not? They can change. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind him having that in his armor for later on in the game. Like if things aren't going well, maybe he can switch. He switches, but he doesn't switch that often. So I don't know. I would like to see it. I agree with a lot of fans that, they want to see those two switch flanks and stuff like that. Oberlaka and Odegaard playing centrally, says Mo. Guna Greg says, Saka Laka, no goddamn Shaka. Kev, I have a message for you from George. He was listening to the show last night and he said, I'm not sure I agree with you and Kev. I would start Xhaka with Partey. And I'm like, I've been listening to you moan about Xhaka for 2 years and now you want to start him.
Why? Why would he do that?
Because he feels like Sambi Lokonga isn't ready for the North London derby yet. And I'm like, come on.
So how's he going to get ready, George?
I'll just let you address George.
Well, I've got a lot of respect for George because I love George. I've known George a long time. But how else does a young full Belgian international player who's supremely gifted, how else does he get ready for the North London derby but by playing? He can play against Chelsea. He can play against all the others. Why should Spurs? Why is he not ready? He's ready. He's more than ready. I think George, although you don't like Xhaka,
he's going in the book, Kev.
He's got to go in the book. Although you don't like Xhaka, I believe you're trying to keep things the way they were. We don't want it. We need to move on, George. We need to get it moving. And we need athleticism in that midfield. So, George, sorry.
Yep. He's got a yellow card.
Sophie, can you do it, please? Is your family, but come on, take his head off.
Seriously, he's done. I've taken it. It's a yellow. He's in the book, Kev. That's that done. Yeah. Absolutely. So, Kev, a lot of Tammy, it's been given. What? Laka's leaving. We shouldn't start him. We're still paying him. I mean, he should still play.
An Arsenal player. He's still an Arsenal player right up until the end. If we need him to do a job, Laka's a professional. He's going to do it.
Yeah.
And I just think we need someone up top who's going to get hold of the ball. I really do.
I think in this game, Kev, holding the ball up is going to be really important because also when he does that, the defenders don't know, should I go with Aubameyang or should I stay here? And they drag and they pull and they push. And then you got open spaces because they're not quite sure. Is he going to keep the ball? Is he going to pass it left? Is he going to pass it right? Who do I track? Who do I go with? And I feel like Laka presents a whole plethora of problems for Tottenham in a game like this. And we've seen him do it before. And also, Kev, what we've seen is that he can score a goal out of nothing against this lot.
We've seen it happen.
You know,
was it a couple of years ago?
We
Where
did.
he hit one from about 30 yards, didn't he? And
At their stadium.
It was a screamer, absolute screamer.
And the 4-2? The 4-2,
Yeah, the 4-2.
he and Oba.
What did he get? He got a cup. Did he get one or two? He got two, didn't he? He got a
yeah,
couple.
and one was a little bit of a deflection, and that was okay. But they took their chances outside of the box as well, and that was huge.
The thing is, you see, Sophie, and this is what I want people to understand. And sometimes I'm like a broken record about going and about somebody to hold the ball up. What happens when somebody can hold the ball up is your midfield and your offensive players can then move into positions to really hurt the opposition's defense. If the ball keeps coming back, they're trying to get in position, and then when it breaks down, the opposition are on, so they've got to keep turning back. And what happens? In the end, they stop going because they know the ball just keeps on coming back. So you cannot move your team up the pitch in a significant way. But Laka can do that. He's very good with his back to go. He's not the biggest, but he's a strong bugger, and he can get hold of the ball, and he can link play very well. I think he's the best at our club at linking the play as a number 9.
And also, Kev, you've talked about professionalism. You're playing, you wear the shirt, you're still contracted to play for the Arsenal, whatever happens after that. Lacazette, to me, seems like the ultimate pro. Never complains, never been vocal, never said anything derogatory about his manager, his teammates, the club. He's been an absolute, I know some people don't appreciate Lacazette, but he has been first class, Kev. He really has.
Yes.
By the way, Kev, there's someone asking a question. Will Casey ever get a yellow card? Well, he did last week.
I got a yellow card. Ask.
Yeah.
I got a yellow card. I was a little bit too vocal and boisterous. Let's just put it that way. But here's the thing, Ask. Here's the thing. I was told I would get a yellow once the video was checked to see what I said. And then the narrative changed. But I'm not going to complain. I'll take my yellow.
I love it. Well, Kev, there's a lot. It's Laka, Oba, Saka. There's a little less of Pepe. Are you surprised? You're not, because of the best 11 that you chose and you saw the responses. But in this game, I don't know. I might go, dare I say, Oba.
What would you do?
I would go Aubameyang, Lacazette, Pepe. And I would have Saka come off the bench in this one. Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
I'd Odegaard behind them, and I'd have Sambi and Thomas.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
I think
I'd give Sambi a free rein. When it's time to go, he can go and join in. And Thomas Partey will be the one. You sit. Sit.
Yes.
And you make us tick. So, yeah,
yes.
I like it. I like that.
I think that would... The thing is, though, when we talk to Gary Stevens, the two players he said that scare him are Aubameyang and Saka. Mm-hmm. So if you're going to sacrifice someone, why not? You can go Aubameyang, Lacazette, Saka on the right. I mean, you could do that. You could do that. I don't know if he would do that, but you can't. He has options.
Here's the thing. Now everybody's starting to play, and we've got players fit. Now is the conundrum of who you pick, because you're not. And this goes out to the squaddies as well. Whoever you pick, they're quality.
Yeah,
we know we need to see more from them, and that's all of them. But we need the right blend on Sunday. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we're going to go to our next question. But I agree with LS here, Kev. I wanted to put this one up for you. Gotta let Oba lead the line. He wants revenge after his traffic incident last year. I feel like he's ready for this one, Kev. I feel like he's doing this at home. You would be, wouldn't you? But you wouldn't have gotten in that trouble to begin with, but you would be, right?
I don't do late.
No, you never do late.
Lateness I don't do.
Never.
But obviously, Oba, the way the North London derby at the Emirates last season panned out was bad for him. And it brought up more questions than anything else. You know, he was getting panned, wasn't he? About, you know, being captain and turning up late, which was, you know, it's hard to take, isn't it? Really, let's be honest. But he gets the other. You remember when I said earlier on, Sophie, you get the opportunity to see them again. And here we are. He gets the opportunity to see them again. So he's going to want to right the wrongs. He's going to want to be the man, that's for sure.
Exactly. And we did a pre-recorded interview this week, you guys, which we're going to air during the international break with a very special young guest for Talented Gooners. And the young fella, Kev, all he wants to see again is this.
Yes.
That
the Panther.
Aubameyang.
The Black
Absolutely.
Panther wants to see that again, which is brilliant.
Okay, and apparently Oba got a new haircut today, so I'm sure that's.
He's feeling confident. That's
okay.
Good. He's feeling confident.
All right, very interesting, Kev. It's a mix, but Laka definitely one that fans want to see because of his prowess and what we've seen him do previously. All right, here we go with another Dickie Bow question for you guys. Number 2 on this special North London Derby edition of Kevin Says.
Question number 2. Would you take a draw now in the North London Derby? Question 2.
You're killing me today, Kev.
I know. I just, you know what? It hit me that I'm gonna start turning the heat up. Come on, let's go.
You know what, Kev? After the Brentford game, my answer would have been yes. But today, my answer is a samurai. Hell no!
No chance.
No chance. Let's go to battle. Let's see what we can get from these guys. Archangel says F no. Mo says never. Rohan says no, never. These are proper gooners here. Chan says hell no. Barry no. Joel no. Ogochikui says no. No chance from Future Shock. A lot of people want you to come out of retirement as well to play. Liz says no. Denzel says I'd take it. What?
The nerves, isn't it? The nerves, I suppose. The nerves. the nerves, Soph.
We've got Mr. Valcic back in the house. Welcome. I'll survive a draw, but would not take it in advance. Okay.
Good answer. That's a good answer.
I like that one. Raul's going for a confident 3-1, Kev. David says if a draw got Arteta the punt. Okay.
David, it's not happening. So
no.
Let's stop the negativity.
Yes,
right?
The one
It's
says
North London
3
derby.
points. 3 points all day long. A name block says we need points, only 3 points will do. Gunner for life, no, we need to win at all costs. Mohammed, Sophie should give a red card to whoever said yes. I like that. Mark says, no way, KC, we need to smash the Spuds up. Matty K, come
Smash
on.
potato. Smash potato.
Matty was on a call. He missed the question. The question, Matty K, was, would you take a draw right now? Kaiser George says never. Riddy says, yes, I'd take a 1-1 or a 0-0. Wow. I think that comes from fear, Kev.
Listen, you said it earlier on, Soph. There is a bit of fear and nerves when it comes to it's because it's a game that some people don't enjoy. A lot of gooners love it, but they don't enjoy it. And I get it.
Yeah. Well, even Gary Stevens, who was a top shelf defender and a little bit of a legend for the Spurs, said that he didn't enjoy playing in these games. He found them too intense and too aggressive, which I found really interesting. He's such a gentleman, you know, and I get that part as well. Some players dig it, some people, some players don't. You are all in on that. Don says a win for us. Sarah says, yes, Sarah. At home, never. Jim says no. Nicholas questioning Super Kevin Campbell. Come on, Casey. That's
a question. That is a question. You know why, Nicholas? Because we've had some yeses and we've had more no's. So it's a valid question. Because to keep our little bit of momentum going, would you take it? And some would.
Yeah. He went easy on you there. Just saying, Nicholas. Yeah. You escaped the Bruk right there. You escaped the Bruk.
I won't Bruk you up yet, Nicholas. You come back with that nonsense again and I'll have you.
Bashkar says, what the hell, Kev? No, hell no. Ellis says, no way. It's a win only. I mean, you could see it. No, I want victory. Kev, you must be so proud of all the squaddies. Arsenal need to win.
100%. And I think you already know my answer. I never want to draw against them ever. It's got to be a W, and I'll explain at the I'll explain it at the end. But I don't want no draw against them, especially at home at Argaff.
Exactly, no, and Gunner for life, never against the scum. I love that. I mean, we have to throw it in there every now and again. Chris says we've got to trust our players to win it. Yes, we do, and we've got to trust and be behind these new signings too. Actually, Gary Stevens played for Spurs for many, many years. He won the UEFA Cup. He was a very beloved figure at Tottenham.
He was quick to tell us he scored the winner in a derby as well, by the way.
He did. He was very quick.
Very quick to tell us.
Very quick indeed. GB says NLDs usually aren't draws. We win at the Emirates. Kev, do you know there was a period when I was doing some research and just looking at stuff. I think it was from 2001 through 2008. They never beat us. There was like an 8-year period. And I knew it was a stretch, but when I looked at it, I was like, wow.
You didn't realize how long it was, yeah.
Because, Kev, we got complacent. We got used to it. We had such a good team. You talked about it and you said many times in the tunnel, people would look at us and we beat them before we even walked out onto the pitch.
Yeah.
And when you look at that run that we had, my goodness, spectacular.
And you can imagine, we're there lauding it up, Soph, and you've got family members who are Spurs, and you can imagine they'd be pulling their hair out. They all they want to do, it used to make their season if they could beat us, but they never could.
No.
They never could beat us. And then obviously the tables have kind of turned a little bit at times, and we've had a little bit of a dodgy run for a stretch. But I think we're okay right now, Soph. I'm not overconfident. That's one thing I'm not, because I don't think we're playing well enough to be overconfident, Soph.
No. I mean, look, I think the good thing is that we've got 3 wins on the trot, 2 Premier League games, 1 cup game. And alarmingly, everyone just don't go crazy, but I'm sure you've seen the report. Everyone's fit. Everyone
Believe it or
fit.
not.
Kev, I don't know what to make about that, but everyone's fit.
You see how it just feels serene?
Yes.
Because normally, there's injuries, there's this, that. Everyone, he's got the full quota to choose from.
So I want to know, Kev, when you when there are games like that, right? When we were going into this game, everyone told us that they would beat us.
Yep.
These were the games. There were the Pochettino years where everyone told us we were going to get slaughtered by Spurs, and everyone told us we'd lose this game. This is a super iconic cult hero moment for Torreira. I think you would agree, right?
Yeah, I think it was a really important moment for Arsenal, if I'm honest.
It
with
was.
you, as well as
It
Torreira,
was.
because it was the way we beat them. Sophie, going behind. You remember Lacazette scored just before half time to make it 2-1.
Yes.
And that kind of kept the fans involved. There was a scuffle on the sideline, got the fans involved, and it was Arsenal involved. It was the fans. The 12th man was involved. You know what I mean? The 12th man. Once the 12th man's involved, I mean, look at this. Just show that.
I'm going to put that
yeah,
next.
Put that on later.
Okay,
put that on because
I'll put that
I'll
later.
tell
I'll
you.
put it on later because I'm going to get to your lot.
Yeah, because it means so much. Once the fans are engaged, then you see the level of the team start to move up. And in the second half, Sophie, we took the game to Spurs. Spurs weren't even in it. We took it to them, and we scored at the right times. Lacazette, Aubameyang, done ever so well. And then that iconic moment when Torreira burst into the box. He could have squared it, and he puts it in the corner. He takes his shirt off, and it's 4-2. And all the Gooners are like loving it. The Spurs are absolutely sick. What an iconic moment in that season, and it's still iconic to this day. As soon as you see Torreira with his shirt off, you know what it is.
Yeah.
You know.
Kev, I loved that game so much. And I have to say also, I started off with this image, and I'm going to get to the third question, but we're in that in-between phase now, right? Yes. Kev, look at you right there with your captain, man. Like, come on.
Listen, that you don't... Do you know, so after losing the way we did a couple of years earlier...
Yeah. That was brutal.
And we're playing them in this game, and it was late on. This was a late on goal.
This is what Kev's referring to.
Yeah, take that off. I don't want to see that.
Okay, all right.
I don't want to see that.
I'll put the other picture back up.
That's my most painful moment in football.
I know.
That was. But this was retribution. This was revenge. This was equilibrium, balance, settling the score, and rubbing their noses in it at the same time. This is what that was. And it was quite fitting that Tony scored. Because, you know, Spurs and Tony have had a love-hate relationship for years. Because it is just that. Tony comes up, trumps, and puts it in the net. We win the game in the semi-final, Sophie. And parity and equilibrium is restored. Absolutely fantastic.
Kev, they love the fact that look at Razor Ruddock,
like you basket Adams, Rodders. Oh, love it.
Because you know why? They know you're coming in for the rebound. If there's a save or so, look at you, Kev. You're right there.
Anything bouncing out, I'm there. But you know what? It's in the net. It's in the net. It's there.
It's in the net. It's
I
so
like
good.
the faces all in the stand.
They're all Tottenham fans right there.
Yeah, that's when. Yeah, that's all. That's when you could have. That's when. Look at the fences, as well. All the fences and stuff, and they're like, yeah, sharp gulp, intake into the lungs, and they're sick. Because
Kev, what do you remember?
All that kudos they had from 2 years ago, we broke the neck and we took it back.
Kev, look, what do you remember about that moment when, like, obviously the cross comes in, you know, but you're doing your job, you're following. Can you me through that and what you were expecting, and then
what I could tell you
what happened after?
What I could tell you is, if anybody watches it, it's a set
piece.
Set piece. What I mean by a set piece is, normally you will have a man, they will have a man, they'll pick you up, yeah? But Tony Adams comes up late. So it's set that way to see if we could cause an imbalance in their protection, in their pickup, in their scheme, and that's what it was. There was a issue at the back end of their marking where Rodgers was left free. So all we needed to do was, if we get the right ball in, hopefully one of us could get on the end of it, depending on who's free. And Rodgers got picked out at the back, hit that space, and there he was. Dispatched it, and look, look at the smile. You can see he's just about to smile as well.
He's about to burst into
he's
one.
About to burst out.
He is.
Love it.
Is that Stefan Schwartz there, or is that's not Anderton in the middle? Is it some of the? It looks like maybe it was before.
That is that's Justin Edinburgh, the late Justin Edinburgh.
Justin Edinburgh, God rest his soul, behind, and then in the middle there.
And this guy was a fullback. His name. I can't remember his name at the moment, but I will get it.
It looks like Stefan Schwartz, but I think it might have been. It wasn't Dean Austin, was it? Dean Austin, they're saying.
No, Dean Austin was something Austin. It's something Austin. Something Austin. Definitely Austin.
See. Let's see. Brandon? No, not Brandon Austin. No. Well, No, yeah, it could have been Brandon Austin.
Not Brandon,
I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay. We will find Dean. No, it's not Dean Austin. It's not Van der Hau.
No.
No,
it's definitely Austin, but it might be Dean Austin. Let me.
We'll figure it. We'll figure it out. Ziga. It's not Ziga.
No,
that was late.
no,
Ziga was much later than that.
Definitely not Ziga.
Italy is claiming that they can see themselves in the crowd there. I love it.
Who says that?
Ziga, someone in chat.
Is he a
Steve
Spurs
Austin.
fan?
No, Steve Austin's a wrestler, man. Come on.
Stone Cold. Stone Cold.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yeah, he's saying that he can see himself in the crowd, but I'm not sure about that.
Well, yeah.
I mean, we all can.
I'll question that as well.
They're saying it's Dean Austin.
Yeah, it might.
I don't know.
Listen, it might be Dean
Kev.
Austin.
Yeah.
It might be. But I'm definitely gonna look for it because I think it's.
Well, look, I love that picture. I love that image. And you know what I'm going to do before I put your final question up? 324 in live chat. Listen, today there's only one statement to make. Arsenal fans, look how beautiful you are. If you hate Tottenham and you want to see a little bit more of this and this, hit that like button. And Kev, look at this. Look at these iconic. I'm just going to put up some pictures from some great North, some of my favourite.
Yeah.
Look at you here, Kev.
Yeah.
Everyone said that when I put some of these pictures up, you never miss the leg day. Ever.
No. Don't miss the leg days. You got
No. Never.
It was an everything day with Pat Rice carrying Adam Miller up the blooming stand. It was. There was no room for leg day.
Mischief. And then your brother from another mother, Mr. Dixon.
Yes. Dicko, yeah.
You put your elbow right in him. And then what about this? We won the league at Shite Hart Lane. We won the league at Shite Hart Lane. I did it. We won the league at the shithole. We won the league at Shite Hart Lane. What a team, Kev.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
And there's Tony going off after you backed him up. And of course, this legend who left the dreariness of the white side of North London and joined the red side. And look at you here, Kev. Ooh, is that Steve?
Sedgley.
Sedgley.
That is.
Yes. Yeah. Just great stuff.
The right back is Dean Austin, and that was Justin Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at their team, they're not a bad team. Do you want me to read the teams out on the 1993 season?
Yeah.
So in goal was Eric Torsfed, Dean Austin right back, Steve Sedgley Neil Ruddock, Gary Mabbott, Justin Edinburgh, Paul Allen, Darren Anderton, Naeem, Vinnie Samways, and Teddy Sheringham.
Wow.
And our team was Dave Seaman, Tony Adams, Lee Dixon, Andy Linigan, Nigel Winterburn, David Illia, Paul Merson, Ray Parler, Ian Selly, myself, and Righty.
Amazing.
Wow. Oh,
Wow.
you know what? Woo! I'll tell you.
I got goosebumps now. I got goosebumps. My singing probably wasn't the greatest, you guys, but these two always roll me up. Look at them. Amazing. Absolutely amazing, Kev. And then this guy, let's not forget him.
I own this. Look at him. I own this. I own it.
Sit down.
Sit down. I own it. This is my house.
Oh my God. So good. So good. So good. All right. Brilliant pictures, great memories, amazing times. Of course, let's not forget, I don't have the picture here, but Theo's 2-1 pick, Kev. That's Osvaldo Aldilis right there. And that's Charlie. That's Charlie
Nicholas,
right there.
Yeah. Charlie Nicholas.
Yeah. Brilliant stuff. Right. We love these picks. Okay, let's get to the next. Kev, I'm getting all
nostalgic, aren't you? You're getting all nostalgic.
I mean, I'm all over the place. I feel it. I feel like I don't want to get too excited, but here we go.
And do you know what, Soph? The more pictures you put up, is the more you're actually going to get deep into it, because they bring back so many memories.
Yeah.
So many.
Earlier on, to be honest, Kev, I was trying to transfer the Arsenal fans singing at the Emirates that we won the league at Shite Hart Lane, and I didn't have time and I couldn't do it. But for me, that has to be one of my most favourite Arsenal chants ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Of course.
And it's not just about the North London derby. Think about, we won it at United, we won it at Liverpool, we won it at Tottenham.
All the biggest rivals, we've won it on their patch virtually. Fantastic. How fantastic is that, Sophie?
This is why when some people say and take, shots at Arsenal, I say don't mistake being a poor Premier League team right now for being a great club.
That's right. And only the great clubs can do that. Only the great clubs can go to the winner take all at Anfield. They haven't lost 2-0 in 100 years, maybe. Especially with all the chips in the middle of the table, Sophie. And do it.
Kev, can I just ask, what happened in the dressing room after this?
Well, I must say, Sophie, after 2 years prior where it was quiet, I can tell you this much. There was a lot of singing, dancing, and there was a lot of champagne drunk, let me tell you, because it wasn't just a few moment. It was, as I said, the balance had been restored in our lives winning that game. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys had a good time after, huh?
Good time. We had a good time. I got some pictures of after, but I can't show it.
No, of course not.
But we really had a good time. It was all planned out, and because we knew we had to win this game, and we won it. We had a good time after.
And thank you, Kev. Thank you for winning that game. It meant the world to us. All right, here we go. Question number 3.
Question number 3, the bonus, as always, is what would an Arsenal win mean? Bigger picture scenario. What would an Arsenal win mean? Bigger picture scenario. So, let's recap. What's your front 3 versus Spurs? Would you take a draw now? Number 2. And number 3, what would an Arsenal win mean? Bigger picture. So, that was question 3. So, look, squaddies, just as always, we're going to link up, we're going to engage, we're going to chat, we're going to debate. I'm going to have to bruck some of you up sometimes, maybe, but it's the North London Derby weekend, so we might all be on the same page. But whatever happens, we'll definitely chop it up. And hopefully there'll be no yellow cards or red cards. Anyway, look after yourself, squaddies. Take good care. You know me. I'll salute you, as always. And you know what else comes after that? At ease.
Kev, I love the burgundy dicky bow, by the way. Vinny's a bit jealous. He's going to need one of those.
Yeah,
Is it? Yeah. It's a nice mix right there. And you're right, Darren. It's a good question. And some people feel like they can't answer that. Arnie's saying our season will start from that win.
Why can't
Look,
you
Matty
answer?
K's tell him, Kev, he's a regular Matty K. He should know better than this.
And you know why I asked this question, Sophie? Because in my eyes, I see so much riding on this game. I just want to see if the squaddies or people watching feels the same way, looks at it the same way. Obviously, I'm not going to explain until I get to the end. But I truly believe this is it's more an important game than a lot of people imagine.
Yeah. All right, let me get some comments up for you, Kev. Here we go.
Thanks, Nicholas.
Demsick. Here we go. 8th. That's what it means for Reggie. David says a top 6 finish. Polymation says a turn in our fortunes. Martin says Arsenal win would mean slightly less complaining than normal.
Well said,
I guess he's starting somewhere, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Matthew Hudson's in the house. Matthew is the man behind. Let me show you guys. He's the man behind these wonderful bits that you love. This.
Yep.
And this. And this.
It's it, Vinny. It's it.
Good to see you back in the house, Matthew. Double Ducky said that there's clear progress, Kev. Chan says it sets us up for the season going forward. Craig says it's everything. Avon says we're in the hunt for top 6. Suraj says it's progress. Archangel says Arteta buys more time. Gunner for Life says everything. Liz says it means sleeping giant awakens. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot.
Liz, the nerves are gone, it seems, Liz.
A decent run for Arteta. Taib says get 3 more points, of course, would mean a lot. Salim says the return of standards, the hunger and the club spirit.
No,
Mikey,
big club spirit.
Yes, big club spirit. Sorry, I missed the big out. It will hush a few. Yes, it will hush. Oh, this is what I want.
Sew it up. Sew it up.
That's the big for me. Mr. Waffles is back.
He's
Yay!
back. Mr. Waffles, how you doing?
Momentum and a confidence boost. Absolutely, 100%. Name blocked. That we got 3 points and trying to finish in the top half of the league. Don Saki says we're on the right track. Boy says it would mean we can finally see if Arteta can put together a run with his team. If he can rack up 10 league wins on the bounce, including Burnley and Norwich, then we're cooking with gas. Kev, you've said it all along. Momentum, and we've talked about consistency. Start with consistency, then get to competitiveness, and then climb the table. I think that's huge. Everyone thinks you look dapper, of course. Natch. Gooner Greg back in the game. In Arteta we trust a little bit, says Daniel. That's funny.
Yeah, just a little. Yeah, still got to
Bob
work
says,
on that. Yeah.
Momentum, we're going on a run. That might have been a bit ambitious. What's that? Tell us what you mean by that, Avon. Bigger picture, rebuild is on. No draw, must win. Front 3, ESR, Oba and Saka answering it all in a nutshell. Martin says it would erase a terrible start to the season. I agree with that, Kev. Mm-hmm. You get a win against your fiercest rivals. You beat 2 teams that are down there with you. I mean, you know, you could put that in the rearview mirror potentially. Let's see, Steve. It's so important to quickly get that winning mentality back. So I feel that's what is important for the future. So look, I mean, a lot of the listeners. Chris says an Arsenal win means that we're able to find consistency without playing well. So there's no reason to not be a little optimistic for the road ahead. Hey, if you can win ugly, that's beautiful sometimes, isn't it, Kev?
Oh yeah. And I think I said it yesterday when we were on with Josh. Do you know what, Soph? I'll take a 1-0. Give me a few 1-0s. Give me more 1-0s. Ugly. We win. Just keep ticking over. The time for playing well isn't necessarily now. This is the time to accumulate the wins and accumulate the points. And then once you start to get a bit of momentum, then you're going to start to play well, and then hopefully. But you know, we have to protect our castle.
Totally. Bob says it's a boom that's underway. Saladin says it's a fresh start. James, Pires was a dud to so many fans. He scored in the North London derby and flew. If a Pepe can tuck one, and Aubameyang can tuck a couple and be absolutely massive for us. We need the forwards getting on board 100%.
Big time.
Patrick says his heart believes in a win, but brain and facts say loss or draw. It's not due to the players. There's been a lot of positivity in the chat tonight, Kev. I'm going to hand it over to you now so you can answer your questions, and I will continue to put up all of the comments from everyone. We've got 400 in live chat right now. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming.
Yeah, my question one was would be your front three?
Yes.
For the game, and my front three would be Aubameyang on the left, Lacazette down the middle, and Pepe would play on the right hand side. I think we would use Smith Rowe and Saka as devastating substitutes to come on and really, really hurt Spurs, second half when they're tired. Get the young legs on and really hurt them. So that would be my front three. I want Aubameyang on the pitch, but I don't want him back to goal. I want Laka to do that job. We know Laka can do it. Laka has a habit of scoring against Spurs as well, which is good. I think Aubameyang has shown, although he weren't great at Burnley, I still thought he tried. He made runs. He didn't get the ball, etc. We need to feed him. We need him playing as many times as we can with Ødegaard so they can get an understanding together. And we need a big game from Pepe on the right-hand side. We know Pepe could be a match winner on his day. Problem is we don't see enough of those days. We don't see them too regularly. But now it's a big game. Seems to not have a problem really playing with Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu's good passer of the ball, gets him the ball, Sophie. But we need Pepe to regular. We need him to take him on. We need him to be positive and be devastating for us. That's why I'm going to go with that front three. I think the youngsters could play. Of course they could. It depends who Mikel chooses. But I just think we could use Smith Rowe and Saka as devastating substitutes to come on.
I agree, Kevin. How cool would it be if they did have a super sub moment? You know, we've relied on them so much, and we continue to do so. And I think Saka has more weight on his shoulders than Emil Smith Rowe. But I agree with you here. And how amazing is it that he has options, Kev? That it's a pickle for him, and that's how it should be, isn't it? Every top team should have a pickle.
100%, Sophie. And you know what that's going to breed, Sophie? That's going to breed competition to play well in the squad. Because you know what? If you're not playing well, next, somebody else could step in to your spot. And it's fantastic. So, I think it's a great opportunity. All right. Would you take a draw now? Me take a draw against them? Not in a month for Sunday. No chance would I take a draw against them. It could end the draw, but I ain't taking no draw before the game. I want Arsenal to give them an absolute whooping. Even if it's a 1-0 whooping, I'll take it. Do you know why, Sophie? Because I think it is so important to have that mentality of winning. That W matters most, doesn't it? That W matters to us, especially on our patch. We got to defend our castle. The eye of the tiger, young Campbell. Go on, eye of the tiger.
Listen, young Campbell wasn't thinking of drawing here, ever.
No, but I always, do you know, whoever I've played against, and we might be underdogs or whatever, you've got to play to win, Soph. You have to play to win. Because you know what? Winning, it really does cure everything. It does. Could you imagine how the fan base is going to feel on Sunday? We win. We win the game. We're going to feel amazing. All what's gone on in the past at the start of the season has gone. That's gone, Sophie. Here we are now, and we've put this team together, and the media. That's who I wanna. I'm gonna be very quiet, and I wanna see what the media say.
How much, though, Kev, do you want this moment where you could do this to the media?
Oh, my God. It's going to be sweet. It's going to be sweet. But, you know, like I say, I'm not overconfident. I think we ain't playing well enough to be overconfident. And probably that's a good thing for us. So we do everything right. We do everything right. We prepare correctly. We approach the game correctly. We go out there and we're nasty. We're tough to beat. And we're ugly. We're horrible. And the 12th man plays their part. It's going to be very important for the boys. It's going to be very important for the team.
And Kev, this lot, our fans everywhere around the world, they've been phenomenal. And the fans that have gone away and at home, Kev, they've done the business, haven't they?
The fans have been brilliant, Sophie, I've got to say. And do you know what? A lot of Arsenal fans get a bad rep, you know.
Yep.
And what people must understand is the social media fan base isn't the match-going fan base most of the time. They differ. Although there are some differences of opinion at the game, but 99% of the time, the fans have got behind the team. And listen, the team gets booed off if it doesn't do well. That's normal. That's football. But they've been with Arsenal. They've travelled. They went up to Burnley. Arsenal done the business, and I believe it was under some difficult situations up there with some of the Burnley fans being quite aggressive, etc. But they stood their ground, and we come away with a win. And you saw what it means to the team, and I know what it means to the fan base. So 12th man, we need you on Sunday. This is really important. We need you on Sunday to be that vocal and make the place erupt.
Yeah, I agree. And let's hope the club can make sure they get the fans in the stadium pronto, Kev, because there's been apparently there's a new security system that they've been trying out, and it's led to some delays, and it's been a bit of a shit show, to be honest. So let's hope that isn't the case.
What I'll say, Sophie, is this: Gooners, get there early.
Get there early.
Get there early. Get in. And let's make that atmosphere red hot.
Yeah, let's do it.
For them. And
all
last
right,
but not least, what would an Arsenal win mean bigger picture? Sophie, for me, I think this is such an important game for us to win, considering we've got new players in. There's certain players who haven't played in a North London derby. Some players have. Some players haven't. It's important for them to adjust not only to the game, adjust to the rivalry, but to win. That is bigger picture, to win. You win the derby game, and it lifts you until the next one. Let's put it that way. It lifts you until the next one. So Sambi and Tomiyasu and Ben White, these guys, if Tavares plays or is involved, it's important for them boys to get a win. Ramsdale to get a win, get a victory. This is what the Arsenal is about against the rivals. We win, and we win. We protect our castle at the Emirates. They don't come to our place and take liberties. No chance.
Yeah. And
so
this,
that mentality, so the mentality, build chemistry. My thing is mentality, crossing that white line against Sophie. Mikel Arteta could pick the team, but it's the team that go out there and do it. That's what we got to be able to rely on. We need to know what we're going to get from them. We got to know Gabriel's going to be that dominating centre half. Ben White's going to be the cleaner upper, quality on the ball. Tommy Arse's going to give us what he gives us. Tierney's going to give us what he gives us. Ramsdale's going to be solid. And then Partey and everyone's going to fly. That's what we want. Win the game, big W, and we're there. That's what it means for the bigger picture. Come the end of the season, who knows what's going to go on. But from this point forward, this team all of a sudden starts to get a real backbone after what happened early. And we'd love to see a bit of the Black Panther turn up. Come on.
Let's be honest. Oba. Come on.
We would love that. We'd love a brace from Oba. Just a nice brace. That'll do.
Oh, Kev, I would love to see a little bit of this. These two doing this again. However long it lasts.
A couple of times,
However long it lasts.
Definitely.
These two together, just pull it out the bag. And you know what? You're right. And I wish this guy, great game. This guy, great game. His first North London derby. I mean, there's so many stories here. The new leader in the team, a leader, two in there, Thomas and Martin, Gabriel. Kev, we've got some good players. We can win this game, man.
It's important, Soph. It's important for the goodness of our club and the goodness of our team that we win this game. And I'm not putting too much pressure on them, but it galvanizes you. It really does. We were mocked for going out and buying these players. Let's be honest, Sophie. We were mocked. Who's Tommy Arsenal and who's this and Ben White's not worth this and da-di-da-di-da. We've heard it all. Now, the Arsenal have a chance to ram it down the throats of the media and the naysayers. I absolutely can't wait for Sunday, I tell you. I can't wait.
I can't. Okay, Kev, stop. I can't either because I haven't felt this way about a North London derby in a long time, which is completely bizarre considering how our season started.
But I think you feel that way, Sophie, because you're starting to see, and it was Norwich, I get it, and it was Burnley, but against Burnley, that was a big test as well. Could we stand up to the physical challenge? Could we keep a clean sheet under duress away from home with new players, etc.? And the players done fantastic. They done fantastic to get the win, to hang on in there, to get across the line. And you know what else at the end, Sophie? You saw that. You saw what it meant to them. I've not seen that since that Arsenal-Spurs game at the Emirates where Torreira took his top off 4-2. I've not seen that in this Arsenal squad. And we need more of it. That's what we want. That's Arsenal.
Do you know what? I got to put this up for you before we go. And let me tell you, everyone thinks you should do the pre-game talk to the team. You've inspired everyone in chat. It's absolutely amazing. And this is what I love about our show, that you've been there, you've been in these moments, whether it's up or down, with your teammates, with the fans, pulling on the shirt and being pumped for a North London derby, Kev. And there are a lot of people that are saying, like, you two remind everyone of, and I'll bring it up right now, these two. Mm-hmm. And I know some people want Lacazette to leave, and I know people are upset with the Aubameyang, but also we're a team in transition. And I really hope Arteta can pull this squad together because maybe Lack going to leave in January or the summer, but for as long as he's here, he's paid by the club.
He's our
and
boy.
to have
He's our
moments,
guy. He's our guy.
He's our guy. And you guys were our guys, and we always believed and supported in you no matter what. And, I think Vinny is getting super excited.
Vinny.
I mean,
Hit
come on,
it,
Vinny.
hit it. Go on.
But, this is what we look back on. This is what we want. We want these moments. We want these partnerships. We want what you had right there behind Adams, in that moment, in that FA Cup semi-final, Kev. These moments, this, Kev.
I mean, look, Charlie Nicholas is vanished.
Tell him, Kev. Tell him.
Graham Roberts took him out. For anyone who was at the game, that was at Highbury. And look where you can't even see Charlie Nicholas's head. Look. He's taken him out. They've gone through the hoardings. Wow. What a picture. What a picture.
It's a phenomenal picture, Kev.
And that is part of the battle. That's part of the passion. That's part of the battle. You know these challenges are going to happen, but you've got to dust yourself down and you've got to get back out there and you've got to beat them. You've got to win. You've got to win. And if we win, it's going to do so much for these young players that we have. So much.
So much, Kev. Such a great image. All right. Another brilliant edition of Kevin Says. It's the North London Derby special edition. I hope you guys enjoyed the double. Wait.
Spurs 1. I've said it already before, but I'm going to say it again. Go on. Ask me the question, Soph.
Kev, what's your prediction for Sunday? Can't take it. I'm going to give myself a yellow card, red card.
Arsenal 2. Spurs 1. I think it's going to be 2-1. But I would love 1-0 to the Arsenal. I'd take any win. But another clean sheet would be great for the back four and the goalkeeper. And 1 goal or 2, or a 3-0. They've lost their last 2 games 3-0, haven't they, in the league? So 1, 2, 3, I don't mind as long as we.
Seriously.
But
Seriously.
I'd like us. I'll tell you what I would like us to do, Soph. I would like us to show more at the top end of the pitch. That's what I would like us to show.
We've got to,
Kev.
Kev. Yeah. Especially in this game. And I got to say, Darren, I don't tell people to shut up often, but stop it. If you can't get behind your team before the North London Derby, I'm just going to hand it over to Kevin.
How are we going to look mugs if we lose? It's a game of football. You can lose, but I don't anticipate us losing. I want us to win. And that's why I even asked the question, would you take a draw? No chance. I'm not taking no draw before the game. Not a chance. Send him off.
Kev, that's a red.
Yeah, that's a red. Come on.
Just stop it. Stop it.
Come on now.
Come on.
Time out. Don't put water on our fire. Come on now.
I'll say even in the Greek way, don't piss on our fire. You know what I mean? Come on. We are literally at that point where we've had 3 wins in a row. We've got a new team. We're gelling together. I am not an Arteta fan, haven't been. I've been very critical of him. I've also praised him when he's done good. But when it comes to the North London Derby, if you are thinking that way, you know what? What makes Tottenham better than us right now? Not a lot. Son is a great player. Kane is going through a difficult time. He'll probably score. Whether we win or lose, we believe that our team has an opportunity to win. And that is all that matters.
100%.
Right.
And that's what we're going with.
Yeah, exactly. Straight red, 100%.
And let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah.
But we've got to be brave at this. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, that is it. Kevin Says, the North London special edition. You got to be very careful. You get carded here. You do not. You won't be bounced out of chat, but you've got a card. Be very careful. You get another red, you will be. Vinny is not happy right now at all.
Big time.
At
Who's
all.
that mug? He's saying, speaking about Arsenal, negative, get out of it. Who is that?
Super Kev, take us out.
Listen, we're dealing with the positives and we're going with our guys. This is the key. We're going with our guys. We've seen a little progress, but we're not saying they're playing great or anything. But in the North London derby, we are going with our guys. It's at our castle. And squaddies, we are going to defend it. That's what we're going to do. We're going to defend it. Squaddies, I salute you. Sophie, hostess with the most, as always. And squaddies, up the Arsenal in the North London derby. At ease. Sophie.
Super Kev, you've inspired me and everyone. I tell you something, I am pumped. We will see you after the game on Sunday.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Please stand clear of the discussion doors. The next stop is Highbury Squad.